Good morning, students. So the today's topic for the lecture is Introduction to Strategic Management. Till now we have studied that what is the strategy, or what is the concept of strategy. Then we studied about various levels of strategy. After that we studied about the strategic decision making process, and now comes the strategic management itself. So strategic management. Strategic management is the dynamic process of formulation, implementation, evaluation and control of strategies to realize the organization's strategic content. ये एक dynamic process है. It is not a static process. It is ongoing dynamic process which involves the formulation, implementation, evaluation and the control of various strategies which are formed by the top level of management. So there are 4 phases of strategic management process. It means that it took 4 steps by which we can formulate a strategic management process. So the first one is establishment of strategic intent. Then the second is formulation of strategies, then comes implementation and finally the strategic evaluation, and which is backed by the feedback or the strategic control system. So let us discuss all these phases of strategic management process one by one. So the first is first element or the phase is establishing the hierarchy of strategic intent. So the question arises that what is the meaning of the term strategic intent? Strategic intent means what are the vision, mission and objective of any company. ये जो 3 चीजें हैं, vision, mission and objective, these 3 statements are combinedly known as strategic intent of any company, which is decided by the top level of management, and on these strategic intent the whole organizational policies and strategic management is based. जो कुछ भी आगे की पॉलिसीज होंगी, गोल्स, ऑब्जेक्टिव्स और टारगेट्स होंगे, वो इन्हीं स्ट्रेटेजिक इंटेंट्स पर बेस्ड होते हैं. विजन, मिशन एंड ऑब्जेक्टिव्स, ये क्या होते हैं, डीपली इनके क्या मीनिंग है, ये कैसे फ्रेम होते हैं, हम आगे के लेक्चर्स में डिस्कस करेंगे. सो इनको एस्टैब्लिश कैसे करना होता है? तो फर्स्ट ऑफ ऑल द विजन स्टेटमेंट इज डिसाइडेड. सो इसके लिए सबसे पहले विजन को क्रिएट किया जाता है किसी भी ऑर्गेनाइजेशन की. व्हाट इज द विजन ऑफ द कंपनी, वेयर इट वांट्स टू बी इन द फ्यूचर, वेदर इट वांट्स टू बिकम अ लीडिंग ऑर्गेनाइजेशन इन इट्स फील्ड इन द नियर फ्यूचर. Maybe the range lie within the nation or in the world. So that may be a vision of a particular company in a particular field. So the first strategic element in the strategic management process is creating and communicating a vision. Then comes डिजाइनिंग अ मिशन स्टेटमेंट. जब हमने एक बार विजन डिसाइड कर लिया किसी भी ऑर्गेनाइजेशन का, देन हम उसका मिशन स्टेटमेंट डिजाइन करते हैं. उसके बाद हम ऑब्जेक्टिव डिसाइड करते हैं और बिजनेस को डिफाइन करते हैं इन टर्म्स ऑफ द गुड्स एंड सर्विसेज विच आर provided by the business, whether it is a manufacturing company or it is just a trading business, or what kind of goods or services it deals with, what is the size of the company in terms of its profitability, turnover, and all these things are covered under the definition of that particular business. It is also reflected by the name of the company, which involves first of all the first name. It may be related to the product itself, then it may be related to the industry, then it also shows the legal possession status of the company, whether it is a proprietary company, private limited company, like that. So all these things come under the defining a business step. Then the next step in establishing hierarchy of strategic intent is adopting the business model. Then we have to adopt a particular business model. How these things are done, that we will discuss in the later strategic business models, that how business models are formed. Then comes setting objectives. After that we set the objectives of the organization. So the first phase was establishment of strategic intent, in which we first of all create and communicate the vision. Then we create or design the mission statement. After that we define the business itself, the business model, and finally we find out what are the objective of the organization, which we do in this establishment of strategic intent phase. That comes formulation of strategies. फॉर्मुलेशन ऑफ स्ट्रेटेजी, यहाँ पर हम स्ट्रेटेजी को फॉर्मुलेट करते हैं इस वाले स्टेप में, ठीक है। उसके लिए हम क्या करते हैं, फर्स्ट ऑफ ऑल हम एनवायरमेंटल अप्रेजल करते हैं. दिस एनवायरमेंटल अप्रेजल इन्वॉल्व्स द overall scanning and analysis of the business environment. As we know that business environment includes both internal as well as the external environment of the business. Internal environment includes the internal strength and weakness analysis of the company, which may include what kind of resources the company is having, what are the strategic intents of the company, all what kind of technology and technical know-how it has. All these things come under the internal environmental analysis, and who are the stakeholders of the company, like who are the employees, who are the shareholders, creditors, all these things. This comes under the internal appraisal or the internal environmental appraisal of the company. Then comes the external environment, in which the competitor analysis is done. Who are the competitors or the close substitutes for the goods or service which is provided by the or the sold by the company is find out that who are the near competitors of the company, and who are like what are the government policies, rules, regulation, or what is the legal environment of the business or the political environment which is going to affect the business. And you know that the external environment of business is uncontrollable one, by which the company cannot cope with, but still they should know that what are the opportunities and threats which lie in the external environment. So all these things are done in the environmental appraisal. This particular topic of environmental appraisal also we will discuss in the later unit in very detailed manner. Then comes doing environmental appraisal. पर environmental appraisal के बाद इसका एक proper written and detailed way में analysis होता है. दैट इज द एनवायरमेंटल अप्रेजल प्रोसेस, जो कि हम बहुत डिटेल पहले उसको करने के बाद में उसकी एक प्रॉपर रिपोर्ट बनाते हैं, जो कि इसमें आता है. देन कम्स फॉर्मुलेशन और फॉर्मुलेटिंग द कॉर्पोरेट लेवल स्ट्रेटेजी. इसके बाद कॉर्पोरेट लेवल स्ट्रेटेजी बनती है. कॉर्पोरेट लेवल स्ट्रेटेजी इज द स्ट्रेटेजी विच इज फॉर्म फॉर द होल ऑर्गेनाइजेशन. सो इन दिस कॉर्पोरेट लेवल स्ट्रेटेजी we have to do the organizational appraisal or the company analysis, which includes the analysis of the financial position of the company, like what is the financial statements, like what are the balance sheets of the company in the previous years also, or what kind of profits and losses it is going to realize in the near future, what kind of sales projections will be there, what kind of assets and liabilities it is having. All these things are assessed in this corporate level strategy in the company analysis. Also it involves the analysis of the human resource planning also and other resource planning also. Then the undertaking strategy analysis. After formulating a corporate level strategy, strategic analysis is done. After that strategic analysis, which is based on certain matrices and certain tools and techniques of strategic analysis, which we will discuss in the later units. Exercising strategic choice is the next step of formulation of strategy. So after that we finally choose the best alternative which is available for us, or we find out the most feasible, or in terms of, if we say in terms of the maximization concept, if we see from the economist point of view, we will select that particular alternative which provides us maximum return or maximum profit. So that particular strategic choice we will make, and finally we will prepare a strategic plan. So that was the second phase of strategic management process, that was formulation of strategies, which is the second step of this SMP, which is followed by the implementation of strategies. That is the third phase of SM process. So let us discuss this third phase of implementation of strategy. After the establishment of hierarchy of strategic intent and formulation of strategy, we implement the strategy. एक बार हमने strategic intent decide कर लिए, विजन मिशन एंड ऑब्जेक्टिव फाइंड आउट कर लिए, कंपनी के बिजनेस को डिफाइन कर लिया. आफ्टर दैट व्हाट वी डू, वी फॉर्मुलेट द स्ट्रेटेजी by doing that environmental appraisal, organizational appraisal, making corporate level strategies, strategic analysis, strategic choice and all these things. We formulate the strategy and prepare a strategic plan. जब हमारे पास एक strategic plan overall organization का बन चुका है, उसके बाद हम क्या करते हैं, we implement the strategy. उसके लिए हमको कुछ operating plans बनाने होते हैं. For that we have to make activation strategies, we have to design structures, systems, procedures, we have to manage the behavioral implementation through various middle level managers who coordinate between the top level managers and the lower level of management. As you know that top level management, what they do, they do the conceptual part of the organization, they do the planning, or they make and formulate the strategies, whereas the lower level operate the plans, they actually make the things done, they do the things, they make the things happen. But by whom? Through the middle level of management, who coordinate between the top level of management and the middle level of management, and they make the strategies happen and implemented by the lower level of management by getting the work done. Then comes managing functional implementation. So the behavioral implementation or functional implementation का जो management है, that is done basically by the middle level of management. Then finally the last step of implementation strategy process is putting strategies into operations, and finally these strategies or the long-term plans or the top level plans are implemented by putting them into the operations. आपने प्लानिंग प्रोसेस में भी पढ़ा है कि सबसे पहले हम क्या करते हैं, हम ऑब्जेक्टिव सेट करते हैं, प्लानिंग्स करते हैं, फॉर्मुलेट करते हैं प्लान्स को, एंड फाइनली उसको एग्जीक्यूट कराते हैं. देन द लास्ट स्टेप विच इज द मोस्ट इम्पॉर्टेंट इज evaluation and the control process, without which the planning process is not a success or not effective. Similarly, strategy is what? It is a kind of plan itself which is done by the senior level of management or the top level of management. So the same thing happens in the strategic management process also. Finally, after formulating and implementing the strategies, we evaluate how effective the strategy has been in terms of its operations and implementation, and what kind of results it has produced, whether the strategy has achieved the objectives for which they have been implemented and formulated or not. So for that we exercise certain evaluation and control techniques. They may be a zero-based budgeting technique, it may be a PERT, or it may be another technique for controlling purpose, that also we will discuss in the later units. So it involves basically 3 sub-steps. First is performing strategic evaluation. Second is exercising strategic control. And as you know, you would have studied or might, yes, you would have studied in your 3rd semester in management accounting. आपने 2 चीज़ें पढ़ी होंगी, स्टैंडर्ड कॉस्टिंग एंड द सेकेंड वॉज वेरिएंस एनालिसिस, इन विच वी फाइंड आउट द गैप बिटवीन द स्टैंडर्ड and the actual, whether it is in terms of cost, in terms of material consumption, in terms of revenue generation or profitability. So we find out certain favorable and unfavorable variances. The same thing we do in this strategic evaluation process also. We find out, we exercise that standard costing technique, and we find to make the variance and find out the reasons behind it. What is the reason for the variance? If it is a favorable one, for example, if the profitability target is something, and if the company has achieved more profitability than expected or than already predetermined targets, then it's good and fair enough. No one is going to ask any question. But if the company has achieved lesser profit than decided earlier, then there is some reason to find out the gap, that what have been the reasons why the company has not achieved the pre-decided targets, whether the targets or the objectives were infeasible or unrealistic, or there is some performance deficiency on the part of the employees or management, or what are the reasons. So by that way strategic control is exercised, and if there is any deficiency, any gap, any wrong practices, then for the next time they will be corrected and the strategies are further reformulated. For the next time better objectives are framed and strategies are framed in a better way, so that for the next time they can be effectively achieved. So that was all about today's lecture, in which we discussed about the strategic management process. As we have already discussed, that it includes basically the 4 steps: strategic implementation, strategic intent identification, then the formulation of strategies, implementation of strategies, and finally strategic evaluation. So that's it for today's lecture. In the next lecture we will discuss about various strategic business models. Thank you, students.